We've talked about this before, where a lot of people, like teachers, transfer the ESL school experience into a business where they teach live classes, which isn't a bad thing. Like teaching one-to-one, selling your time can be okay. But I like this analogy of like when you ask people like, okay, so you want to buy a new desk for your office, right? And you go to Ikea and you look at desks at Ikea, and then you also talk to a carpenter about making you a custom desk for your office. Which one of those two things would be more expensive?
Yeah,
the carpenter
Obviously
one,
the
the
custom,
of course, like
yeah.
obviously, right? But in our industry, it's reverse. The one-to-one custom lesson is super cheap, generally speaking. It should be the opposite. The one-to-one lessons we should be leveraging. That should be the premium option. I have a course that you can join over here, which is this much. But if you want specific one-to-one attention, it's 3 times as expensive. But for some reason, we offer the custom desk at an Ikea price.
Oh, I love that. We offer the custom desk at an Ikea price. Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with Ikea.
No.
Half my house is Ikea.
Love Ikea.
So
I can't afford a custom desk.
Which brings us to the last lesson, because it's connected to all of this. We think of something as an experience. I think the order that I had doesn't work, but it's something always takes longer than you think it's going to take. That was our first lesson. But we also need to know
many of our podcasts can
we know what success looks like. We know that behind mountains are more mountains. That was another lesson. We talked about thinking of something as an experiment, and wanting the lesson that we just looked at was you need to have a unique proposition. But how do we get all of this off the ground? It's connected to what both of you have said. You have to start small. And that's the lesson here. The problem is when you have, and I think a lot of us have this, when we have really high standards, you expect a lot of yourself. And it's very hard to be comfortable with something that is kind of crappy or mediocre or not all the way there, which is what eventually stops you from taking action. But there's a reason, this is a lesson that I've learned, there's a reason why most tech startups think in terms of a minimum viable product. And this is why we think about a minimum viable course, right?
Accelerate to fail. You have that be the mindset. We talk about that in TSN, in our Teacherpreneur Support Network. And that's not our idea. We got it from Shark Tank, from Robert Herjavec, who said this in one episode, and it just clicked in my mind, because he said, you have to go faster. You have to accelerate to fail. And then he said, what I mean by that is you have to go to market and find out if anyone cares about this idea. And if they don't, throw it in the trash and have a new one. But he said, what would you prefer? To learn quickly that no one cares about this, or spend 2 years of your life doing it and then find out that no one cares about it?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So with that mindset, there is no failure. It's not me that fails. I have an idea that nobody cares about. Okay, fine. I'll get another idea. I'll date a different niche. I'll design a different thing. I'll come up with something else. The failure isn't you. The failure is just the idea. And that happens all the time. We only see success stories of successful people. You don't see Elon Musk, all of the failures that he had, and there are lots of them. You don't see Steve Jobs failures. You don't see, but they're there. If you dig, you Google around, you'll find them. But we only celebrate their major successes, and that's not. I mean, I'll attribute to them, but that's not the whole story.
It goes back to what I said earlier. These are not failures. These are all opportunities, right? It's like, okay, great. If I'm posting about this and I get 10 people following me and I get 5 of them that want to sign up and try my first idea for a course with me, great. Then now I have the opportunity to see if this course is actually really as good as I think it is. And if they give me great reviews, that's great. I have the opportunity to use those reviews and to do what Leo said, I can scale now. And my own definition of scaling will be different. Versus thinking I have a good idea, worrying about maybe not pleasing everyone, and therefore not building it and not taking a chance. So it's better to have an idea, test it out, talk to those 5 million people on social media, see if you can get some of those to sign up. You then have the opportunity to get proof of concept. You have the opportunity to see if what you've created is really good or bad. And then you have the opportunity to start fresh all over again, or to just make those small tweaks that will make it even better the next time you do it. And again, if it is really good, then you have the opportunity to think of new ways to scale your business. And I think you're right, Andrew, in the Teacherpreneur Support Network, that's exactly what we do, right? We work with teachers who just kind of need that little nudge to kind of help them fail faster or see the opportunities as fast as possible.
Yeah. But the opportunity,
that they can get more opportunities down the road.
We talk about this all the time. Like, the benefit is so huge for language teachers because it's not like we are lawyers who have an idea for like an awesome mop that will clean your floors without all the hassle. Like, it's a completely unrelated idea. Like, we've all taught students, we've all taught them somewhere, we've all helped them do something. If I posted about this the other day, if you've taught a general English class, which is not a thing, by the way, it's an invention by ESL schools, it doesn't exist. But if you've taught that in a school, then you've by nature just taught 12 in-demand skills in that class.
Right.
Pick one and go teach it to the same people that need it. So it's not an unrelated idea. We've all helped people. We've all helped students. We've all helped them get better. As you would say, Leo, productize that system that you used.
Yeah.
Go find 10 people that need to learn it and do it again. It's not like a lawyer making a mop. It's the same thing that we do all the time. You're just finding the people to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the people that are most successful in the Teacher Accelerator program, the ones that are making money faster, are the ones that do that. Right? That get their product out there as fast as possible, get the feedback as fast as possible, and then make a decision to move either, again, productize it again differently, or start fresh and just try that next skill, Andrew, of those 20 skills that they've learned and have taught in their general English class, right?
Yeah.
But they take action. They fail as fast as possible, or they make the most of those opportunities as fast as possible, and then that gives them more opportunities to test other new ideas or to keep going and scale faster. Yeah.